sheet is they
All right, look on your lyric sheets.
Do they have
The
that one?
red lyric sheet, everybody. And someone can read out to me what's on the page, each side. Go ahead. Both sides. Read out the first line so I know what they are. Holly and the ivy, lole, lole, and
Yeah,
share the
they-
light. Okay, good.
yeah, that one.
So we're going to do one that some of you may not know just for fun. And then we'll get to the ones that you have. We're trying,
Everybody's heard this, by the way.
We're trying not to compete with your caroling that's going to happen after church. So.
Good King Wenceslas looked out on the feast of Stephen, where the snow lay round about, deep and crisp and even. Brightly shone the moon that night, though the frost was cruel, when a poor man came in sight, gathering winter fuel. Hither, page, and stand by me, if thou knowest telling yonder peasant, who is he, where and what his dwelling? There he lives a goodly hence, underneath the mountain, right against the forest fence, by St. Agnes' fountain. Bring me flesh and bring me wine, bring me pine logs hither, now and I shall see him dine, when we bear them thither. Page and monarch, forth they went together, through the rude rain's wild lament, and the bitter weather.
Sire, the night grows darker now, and the wind grows stronger. It fills my heart, I know not how. I can go no longer.
Mark my footsteps, my good page, tread thou in them boldly. Thou shalt find the winter's rage freeze thy blood less coldly. In his master's steps he trod, where the snow lay dinted. Each was in the very sod which the saint had printed. Therefore Christian men, be sure, wealth or rank possessing, ye who now will bless the poor, shall yourselves find blessing. Aww.
And surely the presence. Can you hear this? Some saying yes, some saying no. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. I can feel the brush of angels' wings, see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Together. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. The brush of angels' wings, see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Surely the presence of God's love is in this place. Oh my goodness gracious, sakes alive.
Good morning. Welcome to Sunday service at Everett Unity. Let's start our time together with a reading from the Daily Word. Sunday, December 22nd. There is a stirring in the air that calls us to rejoice. The imminent birth of the Christ into humanity is an exciting time. Joy is the welcoming of unconditional love and the deep knowing it is the birthright of all the world's beings. It is the awe felt at the birth of a baby, the scent of crisp, clean air, or watching a comet flame across the night sky. These are some of the wonders that bring us joy. We need not wait for these serendipitous happenings to awaken our joy. As we have embarked on the Advent journey, we have grown in faith, peace, and love. With joy, our Advent journey is nearing completion. This wonderful feeling of deep contentment, a full heart, and tranquil mind leads to the expectancy of the birth of the Christ within, the greatest gift we could receive. The scripture today from Matthew chapter 2, verse 10. When they saw the star had stopped, they were overwhelmed with joy. Our opening statement today, my Advent journey leads me to joy. Let's repeat that together. My Advent journey leads me to joy. Our wonderful musicians will lead us in another song.
Wow, thanks. That's a great introduction. Now you can look at your sheet, The Holly and the Ivy. And if you find the lyrics too much, just sing the chorus, which we'll do first, so that you can remember this. It's a beautiful one.
The rising of the sun and the running of the deer, the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing in the choir.
Let's do that again.
The rising of the sun and the running of the deer, the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing in the choir. The holly and the ivy, when they are both full grown, of all the trees that are in the wood, the holly bears the crown. The rising of the sun and the running of the deer, the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing in the choir. The holly bears a blossom as white as a lily flower, and Mary bore sweet Jesus Christ to be our sweet Savior. The rising of the sun and the running of the deer, the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing in the choir. Holly bears a berry as red as any blood, and Mary bore sweet Jesus Christ to do poor pilgrims good. The rising of the sun and the running of the deer, the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing in the choir. Ouch! The holly bears a prickle as sharp as any thorn, and Mary bore sweet Jesus Christ on Christmas Day in the morn. The rising of the sun and the running of the deer, the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing in the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing in the
Thank you. That was really nice.
Good morning. Welcome again to our pre-Christmas Sunday service. I can't believe how close we are to the holidays. I'd like to start by introducing you to the people who are most visibly serving you. You were greeted by our ushers, Mary and Skeet.
Yeah.
Our social hour is being hosted by Yvonne and all of you who brought all kinds of treats. If you have not yet attained peak sugar poisoning level, I think today you'll be able to do that. Our audio video support is being provided by Dennis and Walter. You've already had a chance to hear and see our wonderful musicians, Sally, Doug, and Richard. My name is Cindy, and Doug Benecke will be doing the Sunday service with us today. If you brought your cell phone in, please remember to turn that off so we can enjoy a nice quiet meditation. And then bear with me, I think I'm losing my voice. This is an annual tradition for me at Christmas. I think I've told you before, it's what my husband prays for. His wish comes true every Christmas. We have a good laugh about it. Well, I'd like to remind you, next Sunday will be the burning bowl ceremony. It'll be during our regular Sunday service. The following Sunday, on January 5th, will be the White Stone service. So I hope you can come and make it to both of those really special annual services that we do. Burning Bowl is a way to say goodbye and send off 2024 and leave behind anything that we do not want to carry into the new year with us. And then the White Stone service is to set the intention for the new year. So two very impactful, meaningful services that we do at the end of the year. And then a reminder, I haven't talked about it very much because we've had so many other things going on, but I want to remind you that Reverend Dina Clark and I are hosting a new class beginning in January. It's Monday nights starting January 6th. From 6:30 to 8, it's called Sacred Secrets. You may have noticed it in your newsletter the last couple of months. It illuminates the laws of attraction and other spiritual principles that have been taught by the Unity Movement since 1889. I've had a chance to look over this curriculum, and it's really going to be wonderful. It'll be a little bit different for us because it is no longer in print. And so if you don't already have a book, which I'm guessing most of you don't, you're going to have to get it on your Kindle or on your other reading apps. So if you need help with that, I'd be happy to help you. You also could read next to someone who has it on their reading app. But we really hope that you'll come. We have a wonderful workbook that goes along with it, and I think you'll really enjoy it. It is, 9 weeks, I think, however many weeks that is, from January 6th to March 3rd, every Monday night. So I hope that you can come and join us for that. And then, of course, yes, Patty? 6:30 to 8. And then, of course, this afternoon, we're having our Christmas party downstairs. We'll be singing Christmas carols. As Sally had mentioned, we've got all kinds of treats. We're going to be doing a little raffle, and I think that Vanna can help me out a little bit here. We have this lovely little Santa cookie jar, and one of a kind, and it is not this minute, but by the time you get it, it will be chock full of all kinds of wonderful little presents and treats. They're all in my office. I didn't put them in there because there's too many. They can't all fit in the Santa cookie jar. But we're going to have a little raffle, so if you're looking for one more fun, one-of-a-kind gift, you have an opportunity to take home a cute little Christmas cookie jar. So I hope that you can stay and join us. I also hear that there'll be a special guest in attendance, so who could that possibly be at Christmas time? I have no idea, but I hope you can come and join us. So, all right, well, let's sing together again.
Now you can turn to your red page where it says Lale, Lale. This is a beautiful song, old song to have before meditation. So you can stay seated.
Let us take these next moments, these precious, irreplaceable moments of our lives, allowing our bodies to be comfortable, allowing the breath to flow gently. We open ourselves now to the gift of the present. We open ourselves anew to the joy of this season. Father, Mother, God, I open myself to you. I release whatever issues I have brought with me today. All grievances disappear in your light. I rest in your arms like the Christ child, open to the Christ child. open to the true spirit of this time. I'm ready to grow and be of service. Let's just take those sentiments, the true life force within us all, and the joy of this season. Let us take those sentiments into our hearts and spend some moments together, opening to life and to joy. Jesse's lineage coming, as tales of old have sung. It came a floweret bright amid the cold of winter, when half spent was the night. Isaiah was foretold it, the rose I have in mind. With Mary we behold it, the Virgin Mother kind, to show God's love aright. She brought to us a Savior, when half spent was the night. He brought to us a Savior, when half spent was the night. Okay, welcome back. I see some eyes still closed. This mic just feels extra hot to me, Dennis. Maybe it could be trimmed just a bit. it seems like we're bringing a medieval feel to a few carols that we selected today, and we love that. We love that period. I don't want to go back there, but we do love that period. Of course, the medieval era followed what's called the Dark Ages, and we have been going through a dark time. This is not a comment on culture. It's not my assignment today. I'm just talking about how the hours of light had been decreasing day by day until just yesterday, winter solstice. It's an astronomical truth. Yeah, right? As Earth's north pole tilts toward and then away from the sun, we cycle through light and shadow, and we're heading into light. Surely that darkness influences not just our weather, but our psyches. Seasonal affective disorder, the blues and black moods, contrast with cloudless days, a rosy outlook, a sunny disposition. It's largely a season of darkness that precedes our Christmas celebration of Jesus' arrival on the planet. Of course, December 25th is not actually written on Jesus' birth certificate, either the short form or the long form. The date is said to have been selected in the 4th century by Pope. Anyone got the answer on that one? All good guesses. Julius I, right? Who also devised the orange Julius, later to become famous. And it seems the Christmas holiday was kind of grafted on to pagan celebrations of winter solstice, the longest night of the year, marking the advent of increasing light. Now for us, Christmas is the birth of light, life, and the Christ child. I woke up the other day thinking about this Advent Sunday with Christmas oh so close. I thought about Jesus as God coming into being as a baby, as new life. Tell me, what gives us more joy than new life? A puppy capering about and nipping at us with the world's sharpest teeth, a kitten wildly playful, and a baby's cooing. Of course, there is much hands-on work in guiding and nurturing young beings. But what's more precious and joyful than that crazy new life energy? And what a more sacred task than caring for new life that shows up like a messy, love-filled Christmas present. As kids, we waited with fevered anticipation for the arrival, probably not of the Christ child, but of our presence. Though we are now much more mature, aren't we? Now, for most of us, suiting up every day in the grown-up division, I did turn it to silence, but I forgot that my alarm for 10:30 every day, which says gratitude, reminding me, would cut through even though it was silent. So I am so grateful for all of you. So I was talking about getting presents, but long before we had Black Fridays and malls and online sales, before there was holiday shopping and doorbuster deals, a teacher in Palestine made an authentic connection with people listening to him as he sat on a hillside. From the records we have, he said this: "Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, but store up for yourselves treasures in heaven. For where your heart is," let's repeat that the correct way. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. What is it that we should treasure? That which marks the core of our heart's concerns. I'm sure we realize whether we have a fat portfolio and no financial stress whatsoever, show of hands, or whether our income is small and we have to be oh so careful that those who join together today in this room and online are all materially wealthy beyond the dreams of the vast majority of our fellow humans worldwide and throughout history. As to storing up treasures in heaven, to quote Charles Fillmore, heaven is a state of consciousness in which the soul and body are in harmony with the divine mind. That's it. Heaven, a state of consciousness in which the soul and body are in harmony with the divine mind. When we're focused on spirit, when we're in harmony with God, then our hearts awaken to that fundamental reality that our lives are sacred. And in that state of mind, our treasure is in heaven, for we are. And we don't gauge the value of our life by our bank account, our home's appraised value, or any form of this world's wealth. None of these contribute to that state of consciousness we seek. Now, the man in Palestine, speaking on that day so long ago, did not end his talk with the comments about treasure. He went on and he said this: the eye is the lamp of the body. If your eyes are healthy, your whole body will be full of light. But if your eyes are unhealthy, your whole body will be full of darkness. If then the light within you is darkness, how great that darkness. When I first read this, it was confusing to me. And I'll tell you the truth, I gave a version of this talk somewhere else recently, and as we drove back, Sally said, "Oh, I got that right away." And she gave me clarity on it. Seriously. The message is this: how we look at things, our vision of the world is the key to whether we're filled with light or with darkness. With a healthy outlook, we see the light and love in this world, and we participate in the joie de vivre, the joy of life. But if our vision itself is dark and clouded through greed or resentment, through unsolved dilemmas in our minds, through unresolved wounds in our hearts, and an overly selfish focus, then we see and experience darkness. Why does this sound sort of familiar? Unity principle number 3. We create our life experiences through our way of thinking. One recent Thanksgiving, I listened to a show focused on gratefulness, where the guest was Imam Khalid Latif, chaplain for New York University. Imam Latif said to the host, "You want to choose gratitude as a vision modifier, so it helps you see what's there as opposed to chasing what's not there, enabling you to find that much more meaning and contentment through appreciation as a vehicle." I like that. Choose gratitude as a vision modifier because we create our life experiences through our way of thinking. Find meaning, find contentment through appreciation as a vehicle. How we look at the world changes the world we look at. This is the real gift of Christmas, today and every day. So I want to bring you just 3 more sentences from that guy in Palestine speaking on the hill so long ago, because I think these really help tie it all together. No one can serve 2 masters. Either you will hate the one and love the other, or you will be devoted to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and money. Now, are there any monks or nuns in the crowd today? See, this is tricky for householders because we haven't taken vows of poverty. But what's being said isn't that we must have nothing to do with money. It says, don't make money the treasure you put your trust in. Doing that takes your focus off spirit. And it is spiritual energy we must invest with our trust. We can't focus on both. We need to choose which to concentrate on. Swami Satchidananda once spoke to this, saying, if I'm to lead a sacred life, how can I eat, how can I clothe myself, or have a house of my own? You can have all these things, he said, to equip yourself to serve others. You must have a bed to rest in, to feel refreshed in the morning in order to go out and serve others. You must eat to have enough energy to serve others. So you do everything with the idea that you are preparing yourself to serve. Your master, your purpose is not the treasure. Your wealth, your resources are a tool to serve others. We cannot have our wealth be our idol, our God. In groups I run, I sometimes see a participant's attention drift. They look at their phone or some other distraction while we're all talking about whatever's going on. And when I bring this up to them, they say, oh, I'm multitasking. Yeah, that's good. Okay, then. Except we don't really multitask. It's clear that when we try to do 2 different things cognitively at the same time, we really task switch. We just shift rapidly from one thing to the other, and the brain kind of reboots a little each time. We end up with mental errors and difficulties remembering the details. What's really going on? We cannot multitask because we can't actually serve 2 masters, as Jesus put it. You can't be focused on God and living life as a holy trust while at the same time obsessing over whether your needs are taken care of. The first is living in a sacred way. The second, we just rearrange those letters. It's living in a scared way. The first is love, the second is fear. And as Gerald Jampolsky taught us some time ago, love is letting go of fear. They are 2 sovereigns you cannot serve at the same time. I want to tell you a story that occurred during the Korean War, when there was a private first class named Bruce Ritter who found himself having to choose between 2 masters. PFC Ritter was a young man, 23 years old, about 6 feet tall, weighing maybe 140 pounds. His job was to carry a radio all day long, and I imagine with his height and his whippet-like build, he looked a bit like an antenna. They would say the radios they carried at that time weighed about 38 pounds in the morning and about 60 pounds at the end of the day. So it was a hard job. But worse than that, at one point in the war, PFC Ritter's unit was surrounded and largely destroyed by Chinese troops. Ritter and a few other stragglers looked for any chance to get through the enemy lines. Now, among these men was Willard Smith, a soldier hobbled by a leg injury to the point that he could no longer walk. Ritter and 3 other men in this loose assemblage arranged Smith on a blanket, and they each took a corner and found they could carry Smith, though awkwardly. Just picture for yourself. Do we have a blanket, Cindy, we could put down on the... see how difficult that would be for 4 of us to carry someone on a blanket like that. There was one officer with the small band. He was a lieutenant who was less commanding that ad hoc unit than just tagging along. But after the group descended a hill and came to the junction of 2 streams, the lieutenant said, "We'll leave Smith here. We can send a helicopter for him." Ritter faced a crisis of conscience. He felt, as I think most of us did when I acted the lieutenant for you, that this order was just a lie, that no one would ever come back for Smith. And Ritter couldn't hold back. After a long moment, he finally spoke up to this man of a higher rank, saying, "You're just going to leave him here, aren't you?" The lieutenant didn't really answer him, perhaps out of shame. And Ritter and the others carrying Smith huddled together and decided they were just going to keep bearing their injured companion on the makeshift stretcher, no matter what the officer said. It turns out the lieutenant simply left the group sometime after that, and in fact was never seen again and was presumed killed or captured. Miraculously, Ritter and the others somehow got away from the Chinese troops that had encircled them and found their way to a MASH unit, and they all made it out of the war alive. This story clearly illustrates how you just cannot serve 2 masters. I want to identify with the lieutenant for just a moment. This wish to leave the injured soldier behind is completely understandable. All of us want to survive, and we seek to avoid pain, physical harm, death. So in terms of pure rationality, to leave a wounded companion behind would enhance one's own chance of survival. You can see that perspective. Yet, that treasure a person trusts in the most, our own precious life, let's think of that as one master. The other is to obey the principles of love, compassion, and selflessness. Call it God, if you will. There were 2 choices, and each person there chose which value they would live by on that cold Korean day some 70 years ago. If you were there, you could not both choose to save your own skin and to save your fellow soldier. You could not choose both. Neither can we take both paths simultaneously. We must choose one or the other, compassion or greed, God or self, spiritual treasures or earthly ones, light or darkness. Each day we're given the gifts of life and free will, the best Christmas presents we will ever receive. And daily we get to choose what we value, how we look at things, and what guiding principles we follow, which master we serve. The joy of new life and the spirit of Christmas appear each year in the lights, the Advent candle, the Yule log, but most of all, this joy shows in each of you, in your eyes, in your laughter, your smiles, in your spirits shining through whatever troubles you may have met along the way. Our friend, the songwriter Tim Noah, puts it this way: we always have the power to be the change we wish to see. In dark times, we find strength in each other and in the examples of great men and women who have gone before us. We will keep creating, visualizing, and sharing our humanity through thoughtful words, creativity, tender mercy, beautiful works of art, and acts of kindness. Keep shining your light for all to see, Tim says. We are called to be the light. We've been shown the light by those who've inspired us, and now we're summoned, if we have ears to hear, to foster that light within ourselves, to offer that radiance to the world, and to let the new life and divine joy of the Christ child be born in each of our hearts this Christmas season. Jesus was born and brought his teachings to this world so that we too could know and share the treasures of love and vision and service. So let us enter more fully into Advent together, knowing that the light we seek is always within us. Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Thank you, sweetie. Oh my gosh. Serve, love, give, meditate, realize. You ever heard that? That's a good thing. We're going to sing again. Oh boy. You've got something on your sheet called Share the Light. It's sung to the melody of the first Noel. And if you'd like to stand, that's awesome. And we'll do the chorus first so you can hear how it goes. Share the light, share the light, the wondrous light. Our paths are one on this holy night. Repeat. Our paths are one on this holy night. I think you've got it. On this winter holiday, let us stop and recall that the season
paths are one on this holy night. Our paths are one on this holy night. Our paths are one on this holy night.
Thank you. That was very pretty.
Thank you, Doug, for a wonderful message. Am I the only one who had never heard this last song we sang? I had never heard that before.
You're welcome.
Okay, you're welcome. Yeah, thank you. Did you do that?
It's a group song. A lot of people contributed to that.
I really love that. That's great.
We can do it again next year.
We can do it again next year. It was perfect. And you're right, Sally. We will not be singing that one this afternoon. Perfect. Perfect. Well, now it's time to bless our offering and thank our Creator for the many blessings that we have been given and affirm our gratitude. So let's start by affirming the truth about ourselves. This is how it goes. My name is, and you use your name, and I am prosperous always and in all ways. So let's say that together. My name is, and I am prosperous always and in all ways. Always meaning forever and ever, and always as in all forms. So think about that as we bless our offering. Think about this last year that we've had together, the wonderful fun, the times of struggle that we've all gone through this last year, and think about all the gratitude we have to be in community with each other, all of the joy that we have shared this last year. As we put this year to bed and we wake up the new one in a couple of weeks, let's share our gratitude for our prosperity and the opportunity that we have to be in community together. And let's bless it. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I share, and all that I receive. Thank you, Mother God. Amen.
You have a part to sing on this song. And I really want you to sing it out like you mean it. I'm gonna say, Mary had a baby. Oh Lord. Say that. Try it. Oh Lord. Come on, try it. Mary had a baby. Oh Lord. Mary had a baby. Oh my soul. Oh my soul. Try that. Oh my soul. And then the other part. Mary had a baby. Oh Lord. That's good. That's your part. I think you can do it. Here we go. Can you hear that keyboard there? Well, Mary had a baby. Oh Lord, Mary had a baby. Oh my soul, Mary had a baby. Oh Lord, love was born in Bethlehem. Love was born again. Try that. Love was born in Bethlehem. Love was born in Bethlehem. Love was born again. Love was born in Bethlehem. Love was born again. Come on now, you can do something. Keep it going. We're going to show the whole community that we have rhythm, okay? Keep it going. Well, she called him little Jesus. Oh, Lord.
Now what are we doing? Blessing the offering. I'm sorry. I was a little lost in Blues Brothers thing.
Did you know he was really so funky? In disguise.
For all those gifts of laughter, of connection, of everything it takes to sustain this community, of the furnace coming on. It's an issue this morning. Just of everything that weaves together this beautiful tapestry of spiritual persons in human bodies. We are ever so grateful. Amen.
Yes, I meant to mention that we were having the experience of being in the manger this morning. It was a little chilly when I came in this morning. The furnace had not come on, and it's programmed, and it was 60 degrees in here, and I thought, well, that'll keep them awake. But it scared me for a minute. I thought, oh no, is the furnace broken? Because there's 2 huge furnaces that heat this room. But I don't know what happened. It just was a little off schedule. So I thought, okay, well, it'll warm up a little bit. And then the lights will tell the thermostat it's warm enough in here, but it won't be yet. So luckily we were dressed for winter. Well, I'd like to thank all of you for joining us. Thanks again to all of Doug and Sally and Richard for coming. Lovely Christmas program. So if you have time today, come downstairs and join us. We're going to do some more singing and caroling and eating together. 'Tis the season. We're glad to have you here. Let's welcome the kids in. We'll circle around the room. I think you should do these 2 center aisles for the circle this morning. And we'll say our prayer of protection and sing the peace song. While they're doing that,
Carefully.
our prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.